أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البلد الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. Juma Mubarak, Sadakallahu Azim. Blessed is the man that worketh not in the counsel of the heathen, not sitteth in the seat that is can't follow, but his delight is in the law of the Lord. And in this Lord I see I did sunrise and sundown. Him I go there like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth fruit in his season. Him live never I go wither, and whatsoever him do shall prosper. Yay! The heathen them now they saw them there like a chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the heathen them never go turn upon judgment of the sin among them in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord God Jah loveth the way of the righteous and the way of the sin among them. Always and always I go perish. Let the people of the Most High God say, Joe Kadama we groma beate la e. How Mausogbo Lisa? I don't know what to ever sickly for. Mausogbo Lisa, akpe kaka. This is the Black Pot, aka Kokoshonamo, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Blakk RASTA. In every traditional African home, there is a black pot. And each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes, and sizes relocate. Putting aside all their differences, differences of color, differences of shape, differences of size, differences of aroma, and even flavor, and relocating into the black pot where they are subjected to some amount of heating. They produce sumptuous, nutritious food. Ironically, paradoxically, they do not even partake in the eating of the food. It is us, the eaters, who do. Yet every time they would rise to the occasion and produce food that will not even be eaten by them. My brother, my sister, this is a lesson of selflessness. No nation can ever develop without sacrifice. If we must develop, we must be ready to sacrifice. Are we going to eat it all today because we have access to it, forgetting about generations yet to come? Are we part of those who say, oh, we are rich because we are hardworking? Any other person who is poor is lazy. My brother, my sister, shall we start to think about generations yet to come? Shall we preserve it for them? Or because we have access to gold and diamond, we must harvest everything, leaving nothing for generations to come? My brother, my sister, think about it. This is what this show is all about. It's rewiring the mindset of our people. This is the Black Pot, aka Kokoshonam. And we must apologize today for starting the show 30 minutes later. It was due to some very, very serious technical issues beyond our control. We do apologize. We are live on YouTube. And we are called Black Empire Media. Oh yes, please subscribe to this channel. And also hit on the notification button so that anytime we come, you would be the first person to be notified to watch. We are on Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. sharp every day. My brother, my sister, this is the Black Pot, aka Kokoshonamo. And of course, we are supported by ISIT, ISIT. And if your regular social media platform gives you nothing but negativity, it's time to jump ships. Yes, it's time to jump ships. All you need to do right now is to come on to Is It, where we all are. What can you do with Is It? You can go live. You can make audio and video calls. You can upload your photos and videos on Is It and meet other positive-minded people. Push your brand. Push your business. All for free on Is It. Oh my God. Connect with family and friends. Make very striking memories that will last forever. Download Is It. Yes, the app from Google Play and App Store for free and be part of Is It. My name is Blakk RASTA, and I want to say thank you so much to Lake Shrine. Now, everybody's talking about Lake Shrine. And when you come to Accra and don't go to Lake Shrine, it means that you haven't been to Accra. Lake Shrine is a new club, executive club. We say executive. Located right there inside La. Oh, yes. Right there inside La Boma Beach Resort, you would find Lake Shrine. It's an executive club which is 100% African. They have a mini hotel and a sexy swimming pool. It's sitting right at the mouth of the Atlantic Ocean, being serenaded by the cool waters of the Atlantic Ocean, and the sea breeze is extraordinarily crazy. Now we are surrounded by a beautiful holy forest. And when you come in there, that is the first thing you see, the holy forest. Make sure that you come to Lake Shrine. Now, on Mondays, they have the karaoke and the adult night. Remember, it's adult night. Don't come there with your children. Wednesdays, reggae night. Oh, that can be attended by your children. Reggae music is played, and whilst you are on the beach, you can touch, you can hug, you can kiss, and you can have fun. Lovers Rock, Blakk Santino, and friends are on the beach serenading you to quality reggae music. And then on Sunday, we have what is known as the Special Ladies Night. Come in and see so many pretty ladies on the beach. Oh my God, make friends with them, talk to them. Maybe you would be lucky to find a wife. At Lake Shrine, our mantra is that anything you want to see, be here to see it for yourself. What do you want to eat? Is it local or is it continental? Hey, what do you want to drink? Our bars are very well stocked. Anything you can think about, we have it for you. We also have live reggae concerts and much more. You can have your special parties right here at Lake Shrine, located inside La at the La Boma Beach Resort. Give us a call on 020 5000 or 0205 5500 or 0206 5550 or 0205 5050. These are the numbers on your screen. Yes, 0205 0204 0206. It's just like that. Then you add 5050 and you are right there at the doorstep of Lake Shrine. Well, my name is Blakk RASTA, and this is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Coco Show, where we speak truth to power. Today we have 5 issues, and we quickly want to look at these 5 issues. Number 1, and what does it say? Ghanaians troop to U.S. Embassy. Everybody's running out of Ghana. You go to the Chinese Embassy, Ghanaians are there. You go to the British Embassy, Ghanaians are there in their droves. There's no embassy that is outside Africa that doesn't have people. Everybody's trooping there. When a country descends so low, when we have people who are so bad as our leaders, this is what happens. In fact, today I saw a video of a young man in a boat, a Ghanaian leaving the country and arriving in a small boat. He videoed himself thanking God that he's left Ghana. My brother, my sister, Ghana is not that bad. It's better than so many different African countries. But by our standards as the gateway to Africa, it's not good enough. In this photograph, you will see Ghanaians queuing up in the rain. It's still raining in Accra. It started raining in the morning and it's still raining. Ghanaians in the rain, queued up with the rain drumming on their heads at the embassy, waiting to go in there and apply for their visas. The American embassy did not invite them into a certain shelter. No. They were right in the rain, soaked with their documents, waiting to escape from Ghana. Run the story. Watch the story. See, as hundreds defy rains, queue up in front of U.S. Embassy. Come here! Kai! With a lot of conversations being had recently about people seeking greener pastures in more advanced countries, photos have emerged of a concerning situation at the entrance of one of the country's biggest foreign embassies. In photos shared by a journalist at Metro TV, Annie Ampofo, on Twitter, scores of people are captured standing in long winding queues as they await their turns to be attended to at the United States Embassy in Accra. But even more concerning is the details that the journalist shared, that these persons were standing in the open, although it was drizzling. Carefully analyzing the photos, there are no umbrellas or signs of anyone wearing raincoats as they defy the weather and wait in the queues. Also, it can be seen from one of the photos that the tarred road is wet from signs of rains having poured down not too long ago. And Yampofo, however, questioned why foreign embassies in Ghana treat citizens of their host country badly, asking how long this will persist. Why do foreign embassies treat us this badly? This is the American embassy. How long will this continue? Actually, it was drizzling when this pic was taken, she wrote on her Twitter page. It is no news that there have been several people, especially professionals like nurses, who have relocated from Ghana to places like Canada, America, the UK, amongst others, as a way of escaping the growing economic times in Ghana. And this is the original tweet she put out. And when you look at it, it is heartbreaking, my brother. When you go to the American embassy, you are supposed to queue outside the embassy. And policemen will usher you in when it comes to your turn. They will scrutinize your papers before you are allowed inside. And when you go in, you will see many more people in there. My brother, my sister. And then when you go for the interview, you are speaking to the hearing of everybody. Why do you want to go to America? I want to go to America because I'm tired of this country and I want to go there and find food to eat. Here I can't find food, and everybody's listening. You hear people giggling. Others are laughing. Some are saying, why should she? Why? No privacy. Is that how we do it when we go to their country? The Ghana embassy in America, do they interview people like that? You go and stand in front of the counter like this, and they have counter 1, counter 2, counter 3, all the way to about counter 12. I don't remember what number is. I've been there 3 times or 4 times. My brother, my sister. You will stand there like this. You put up your best behavior, or else there are some people who have committed suicide because they were refused American visas. And then this person is asking you from the counter, yes, and then you start talking, and everybody there, hundreds of people in there, are all listening to you. After that, everybody knows why you want to go to America. And they also get to know whether you have been given the visa or not. You know why? Because if you have been given the visa, they will take your documents and that's it. So if you are going back with a certain paper in your hand and also a slip, there's normally a slip that tells you why you have been refused. Everybody in there gets to know that you have been refused the visa. Is this not humiliating enough? I think the American embassy needs to find a way. And it looks like it cuts across all the other embassies. They have a way of humiliating you. They have a way of making you know and feel like you have to be humiliated before you get an American visa. First and foremost, you queue in front of the embassy. And people driving by, those who know where the American embassy is, whoever is driving on that road knows that this person is here trying to find a way to enter America, you will stand there. My brother, as you are standing there, there are hundreds of other people who are just around there, waiting for their turn, because at the American embassy, they have batches. And each batch has about 100 or 200 people. In a day, I think they have about 4 or 5 batches. So they see about 1,000 people. 2 batches can go in at the same time. And when you go in, about 200 people or even more are in there. And you are supposed to tell them why you want to go to America, to the hearing of every other person here. I think that is quite humiliating. I think it could be better. In fact, people should be interviewed in privacy. Whoever is not supposed to be there at the time of the interview must not be there. It doesn't concern any other person there to hear why I want to go to America. All the people who are coming for interviews must be put in different rooms or in a different waiting area, so that when you go, in fact, there's something we call stage fright. A lot of people are refused visas just because of stage fright. They go there, over 200 people are seated all there because they mention your name. Kwame Mensah, yes sir. Then you get up like old-time Gold Coast recruitment, army recruitment. Then you go and stand there, straight and stiff. Some of them wear their Christmas dresses to go there. Some other people wear suits. My brother, that Sir Charles McCarthy would be ashamed of when he sees those suits. Ghanaians dressed as if they were all-time Gold Coast train station workers. My brother, my sister. And some of them, when they start speaking, it's so nauseating. They want to speak like the white people who are interviewing them. Yes, my name is Kwame Kweku Mensah. And I'm like, what the hell is happening to these people? You're Kweku Mensah. There was a guy who even forgot his name. Stage fright. They called him 3 times. He was rather pointing at another person. They are mentioning your name. Oh. He said, no, that is not my name. It was later he woke up from that euphoria only to go and stand there. And already he had been prejudiced. You don't even know your own name. Are you sure this is your name? My brother, there can be a solution to all this. You see the way Ghanaians are rushing to go to America. When you go to South Africa, it's not like that. How many South Africans want to go to America? Out of every 10 South Africans that you find, probably only about 1, maximum 2, want to go to America for a short while and come back. They don't even have passports. But in my country, out of every 10 Ghanaians you see, 20 of them want to go to America. Did you hear me? Out of 10 Ghanaians you meet, 20 of the 10 want to go to America. America is a beautiful place, a land of opportunities. Fine, nice. But my brother, should we go through this humiliation? It rained today and these photos were taken today. People go and queue there. Nobody has the courtesy to say, oh, people are getting soaked up. Can we usher them into a certain kind of shelter? No, they don't do that. They charge you exorbitantly for your visa processing. And at the end of the day, you are humiliated. You have to tell more than 200 people why you want to go to America. And when you start fumbling, they see that as fakeness. So they want to send you away. To God be the glory. The solution to this is to make our country stand like South Africa. How many Rwandans want to go to America? How many South Africans want to go to America? It's because the economic situation of their country is better. If I had my own way, all Ghanaians should go to America and learn common sense. When you go there and you have to deal with time, if you are 5 minutes late, everybody leaves you. When I was teaching at the University of Central Missouri, to God be the glory, and thanks so much to my professor, Professor Albion Mess. He said, hey, I know how it is in Ghana, but over here, if you are 5 minutes late, all the students leave. I had to arrive there on time. Sometimes you even arrive before the students and stand at the gate. While students walk in one after the other, you are greeting them. You are greeting them. This is America. And when the lecture ends, you stand at the gate again. As the students are coming out, they are also greeting you and saying thank you. Those who want to approach you on some other such issues, they would wait and talk to you. My brother, my sister, in Ghana, teachers treat students like, I don't want to mention. No respect. Human rights broken down. Why wouldn't they treat you like this in front of their embassies? Do you think they would treat Americans like this in America? But the interesting thing is this. The Americans, those who have the American passports, and for one reason or the other, they need to go to the American embassy, they are ushered into a different room, probably served with drinks and chicken and American pizza, and then people talk to them like human beings. But when you degrade yourself to a certain level, people will treat you the same way. The Gombes have been saying, which I'm going to end this with. They say, and I quote, Buyundla Sanini Kadurubra. You want to hear it again? Buyundla Sanini Kadurubra. You look at the type of stranger you are getting, or you look at the kind of guest you are getting before you decide what kind of meal to prepare. It's not every guest you give fufu to. There are some guests you have to give gari, raw gari to. There are some guests you have to slaughter a whole cow for. Look at when the prodigal son returned from his escapades. What did the father say? Find the best animal, slaughter for my son's arrival. There are some guests you even have to ship and send them away. There are some guests you have to vacate your own room and give to them. There are some guests who sleep under the cellar. If you degrade yourself, the Americans will help degrade you the more. The British will help degrade you the more. We need to raise our standards, my brethren. How many Ghanaians would not care even if they ask them to come and sleep and roll in the mud, strip naked, dance like monkeys to be given an American visa? They will do it. How many Ghanaians do not care? Do anything, brutalize me with anything you want. Just give me a visa. I wish we could play that video of the gentleman in the boat that I saw today. Oh, Vivian, Mabedru, hey, Kwame Rasta, Takrase, Mabedru, Masu Mababro Chinubi, Mababi, yeah, Chimini, Mababi, hey, Maba inside, hey, Irasinya Kupan, Mr. Mabo, you could see the face. The excitement. Osi waba. Osi ya ble. Ah, Kwame Rasta ya ble. My baby. I had goose pimples all over. Osi David. What's your baby behind? Hey, David. Why are we turning our country into hell? To God be the glory. Dash it away and give me the next thing. Oh, Irazinya Kupawe LP. Nurses continue to leave Ghana for the UK. Come here! We brought this story a few weeks back. Another batch is leaving. 4,000 nurses. Ghanaian nurses are some of the most terrible nurses you can find on the continent. They beat pregnant women. Of course, it's not all nurses. They have the best training, yet out of frustration, they finish school. They are supposed to start working. No hospitals for them to work in. And the few who get the chance to go to the hospital, they see the real condition there. When women come in there and they are pregnant, women like them, they beat them. Some of them insult them. Nurses are so badly behaved in this part of the country. There was a time we used to give allowances to nursing trainees to go and train. We're happy to have them. This government, Nana Akufo-Addo government said, yes, it's good to give nurses allowances. Mahama in the past said, okay, now we cannot afford to give you allowances. we are going to keep all the allowances and build more hospitals so that when you find a way of paying your fees and come out as a nurse perpetually, you would be employed and you earn the money rather than giving you the allowances for just how many years, 2, 4 years, and then you come out and you don't get a job. Sacrifice the 4 years and come and perpetually earn a salary. Nana Akufo-Addo said he would not understand that. They used it for politicking. Mahama was kicked out of power, and when they came, true to their words, they restored the nursing allowances. We trained a lot of nurses, but when they came out, no hospitals. Whilst they were training them, they had no hospitals to accommodate them. It's like training factory workers when you have no factories. So you are training them to export them. It's like planting crops that you don't need in your country. What do? You have to ship them out to people who need them. That's what they did to the nurses. Can you believe that? In Ghana, we're training nurses to export them for a fee. That's what we did. And it was even announced in the media. The minister came out and announced, oh, Ghanaian nurses are now available. If you want them, we sell them to you at this amount, like we sell players, football players. And then Ghana gets this amount of money. That's what they did. Now the nurses themselves realized that, what turning in? They are selling us and they are making money. Now they cut corners. They don't go through the government. They go straight to the UK authorities. And then they are employed and they pocket all the money without looking at Ghana. My brother, look at the headline and cry with me. 4,000 nurses, midwives abandoned Ghana for better life abroad in 6 months. What is the date? Is it not 18th? That is today, right? 2023. And this is carried there. Modern Ghana. Run the story. Some 4,000 Ghanaian nurses and midwives left Ghana between January and June 2023 in search of greener pastures abroad. Data from the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association shows that from January to July 2023, a total of 10,209 nurses and midwives sought clearance from the association to travel outside the country. That's it. My brother, to the point that the BBC became frightened and announced that the rate at which Ghanaian nurses are leaving Ghana and going to the UK and Nigerian nurses too is alarming. If the UK continues to feed on these nurses, these African countries would soon start dying in their droves. You think the UK cares? The UK broke away from Brexit. Right? With Brexit, they broke away from the rest of Europe. They don't want to have anything to do with the EU. They have their own currency. They have their own systems. And have their traditional beliefs. They want to remain with that. So they need more people to come and work. They are feeding on Africans. This is brain drain. Ghanaian nurses are now so happy to leave this country. They have become hot. I am happy that hard work is rewarded. Unfortunately, who is rewarding this hard work? My brother, it might not affect us right now. In the next 2 years, not even 10 years, 2 years, we will see the mortality rate in this country. Sadly, when these nurses arrive in the UK, the first thing they learn is professionalism. Be on time. You talk to the patient as if the patient was your blood sister. You must sacrifice and do everything possible, not some of the things, everything possible to make sure that the patient is alive. If you are careless and the patient suffers from a certain careless calamity, death or some injury, you go to court They sue you. Unlike in Ghana, where careless nurses and doctors get drunk and carelessly, patients are dying in their droves. Nobody ever goes to court to say that, oh, a doctor. Look, the other day, a woman said she went to the hospital. She had twins. They sedated her, whatever it was. She woke up and one child was gone. This matter has been in the media for some time now. They are pulling each other left, right, and 37 military hospital. There was a time where even told somebody went for an operation, a surgery, and a doctor forgot a whole pair of scissors in the stomach of this person. Scissors, forgot. It might have been a genuine mistake. Much as we say all these things about our nurses and doctors, I still have confidence in them because I know the circumstances under which they are working. My mother was a teacher. Father was a teacher. I know the circumstances under which they taught. When I went to America to teach, whilst I was teaching, students were drinking soda and eating pie and all that. In Ghana, a lot of them, some of them have not even eaten for 2 days. They are sitting there and they are supposed to conjure energy to imbibe whatever you are teaching them. In America, when they sit in class, they cross their legs. They are watching you on their phone. They Google you and find out if what you are teaching is whatever. In Ghana, there's no roof over the class that the children are even in. Can you compare the two? So every professional I respect under the circumstances. But that does not give you the mandate and the authority to take it another level lower by being carelessly unprofessional. Come here. To our nurses, we know that you are hardworking. We know that you are frustrated. So a lot of you are flying out. Imagine we all flew out. It will be an empty country, right? Don't say we all cannot fly out. We can. If all of us flew out, because the system is frustrating us, the country will be empty. You know what nurses should have done? Constant demonstration. Let the people join them. I wish I had more time to look at this. In Ghana, as long as I am not suffering immediately, I am okay. My brother can suffer for only God knows how long. There was a small piece that I was watching a couple of days ago, and it touched me. A teacher went into a class, psychology teacher, and looked at the face of a certain student, a girl, and said, "Are you Indian? I don't like Indians. Get out of my class." The girl walked out of the class, and he tried to teach. Then at a point he stopped. When I asked this Indian girl to leave the class, how come about 10 of you in this class, nobody said anything to me to say that I was being unfair? Nobody challenged my decision to say, "Oh, why did you do this? This is racism." But all of you kept quiet. This is the problem we have. As long as another person is suffering and we are not suffering, none of us would get up to fight for the rights of this person or help to fight for the right of this person. No, we don't do that. Nurses are suffering. Teachers are okay. Teachers are suffering. Police people are okay, so police won't care. But the day police people are in trouble and they're also crying, teachers are not ready to help them. That is the nation we have. It's not like that in America. Hey! I see women going on a parade and I see men join them. Are they women too? They join them. I see Black Lives Matter. Black people going on a parade. And I am talking about demonstration. And I see white people and Chinese join them in America. Come to Ghana. Let us all go out and say we are demonstrating. If the people of, what's that area called, Dansuman, don't have water and they are demonstrating, it's hard to see tertiary people join them. Oh, well, we there we get water. They will stand and laugh at the villagers. They don't get water. We there we get water. True or false? Where's the common sense? Meanwhile, Akan Proverbs tell us, if your neighbor's house is on fire, what do? Get water ready for yours. But if you want your neighbor to help you when you are also in trouble, support your neighbor. Quench the fire from his house. So that when yours is on fire, maybe when you are asleep, he might see it and help you. Please, some of our proverbs are not very positive. But we have to read deeper into them to understand. Nurses are going. What else can we do? It's the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kokoshonamo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we have more. Keep your messages coming in. Today we're going to keep it short because we've taken some time already. Wayo!
Blakk Pot, Coco Show.
This is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kokoshonamo, where we speak truth to power. Pick up our numbers from the screens and make sure that you speak to us and do business with us. Your business will keep us floating and we'll be able to pay our staff and be able to move on. It is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kokoshonamo, and here we speak truth to power. Thank you so much for spending time with us. We never take you for granted. We respect your time. And again, we apologize for starting the show late today. Next story, my youth. What does it say? It says IMF, World Bank, insert bank there. World Bank are slave masters. And this is OBASANJO. IMF, World Bank are slave masters. How many times have you said this here? They are slave masters. This is OBASANJO. He used to be a military man. He retired. He became a president, the same. A military man. In his heydays, he looked bubbly like this. Just oppose that with the other photograph. Bring me the next other photograph. You see him young here? Now bring the other photograph. Bring the earlier one that you brought. You see, he was a young man, bubbly and hot. Right now, he has grown in wisdom, grown in age. Paul said that I was young, now I am old and wiser. My brother, my sister, age is supposed to be coming with wisdom. After all, they say experience is the best teacher. And when you are taught, you imbibe it, and that is supposed to make you wiser. OBASANJO, a former president of the most populous country in Africa, Nigeria, has said something that has touched my heart. Run the story. It's heartbreaking. Watch this. World Bank, IMF, enslaving Africa in reconstructed what? Neo-colonialist world economy. Read it again. World Bank, IMF, enslaving Africa in restructured, right? Neo-colonialist world economy. Restructured. Restructured. Neo-colonialist. That word, neo-colonialism, was invented by Kwame Nkrumah. After slavery came colonialism. After colonialism stroke imperialism, we had neo-colonialism. After colonialism. This is what he's saying. That the World Bank and the IMF are enslaving Africa. Run the story. Please, run the story. African countries have been urged to leverage the African continental free trade area to break the shackles of colonialism, neo-colonialism, and imperialism, stifling economic growth and prosperity. It must flee from the subtle recolonization tactics being pursued through the honeyed policy shackles of the International Monetary Fund, World Bank, and the United Nations dogma. My brother, this is what he's saying. Olusegun Matthew Akikola Oguntuye Ogumboye Aremu Obasanjo. Listen to the name, it's a whole sentence. Olusegun Matthew Akikola Ogumboye Aremu Obasanjo, former president of Nigeria, said the treaties and conventions agreed upon and cited by the imperialist institutions before and after the independence, on trade and commerce, were not destined for Africa's development. That's it. That's it. What Obasanjo is saying is nothing but the truth. That's Obasanjo the young man and Obasanjo the old man. My brother, my sister, he served this nation. He served this nation. He was not a perfect man. None of us is. There's a street here in Ghana named after him. Whilst he's alive, at least he knows that he has leveraged his hard work to be able to put himself on the map. This is Obasanjo. I remember when Idris Abdul Karim sang Nigeria Jaga Jaga, said, your papa be Jaga Jaga. He didn't want to be president over a country that is seen as Jaga Jaga, useless. In Pato, Jamaican Pato, say Bogo Yaga. My brother, how many of us remember Zaire? How many of us remember the president? Mobutu Sese Seko Kuku Mbendu was a banger. I know you want to hear it again. Mobutu Sese Seko Kuku Mbendu was a banger. My brother, Zaire, somewhere in the early 50s, all the way down to even the early 70s, was a thriving nation. By 1978, one Zairean currency unit was equivalent to $1 American. Then the IMF came in. Oh, we're going to help you develop the economy. You know what they did? Through Mobutu, the IMF brought people to sit in Zaire and direct the economy. Listen. Find me a photograph of Mobutu Sese Seko Kuku Mbendu was a banger. When they came in, they were in the finance area. They were in this sector, that sector, directing the economy. And then they brought in aid. They decided to go into the mines, pick up gold, diamond, whatever, all in the of building the nation. In 20 years, by 1995 to 1998, the Zairean currency that was one-to-one with the American thing was several millions to $1 American. Do you get it? They degraded the economy. How did they do it? They realized that by taking the gold and the diamond, they would have to deal with the currency. So what did they do? They had to devalue your currency, so their currency is higher. And with small currency, they can get more of what you have. Hallelujah. one Zairian currency unit, they call it the one Zaire, is equivalent to $1 After 20 years of the IMF, the master tacticians, the hit masters, economic hitmen, after 20 years of dealing with these people, it was now several millions of Zaire to $1. Are these the people you should trust? The IMF and the World Bank are slave masters. This is the photograph of Mobutu Sese Seko Kuku Ngbendu Wasabanga. This guy here was a traitor. He was richer than his own country. He robbed his own people. He built mansions. Today when you go to that country, the mansions that he built with swimming pools is snakes and scorpions that have inherited the place. Some of our leaders do not see the lesson in this. They are still stealing, stashing several millions of American dollars under their bed and in their bank accounts, thinking that they will be in power forever. OBASANJO says we should wean ourselves from the shackles of the IMF and the World Bank, or else we will go the Zairian way, or else we will continue begging for crumbs from off their tables. How many people see a lesson like this in Ghana? Do you know the IMF brought representatives to be in our finance ministry to direct us as to how to use the loan that they gave to us? Very soon, the Ghanaian currency is going to go deeper. And what happens? We will continue to be in slavery. Our leaders are jokers. They are not Pan-Africanists. They are wicked. Dash it away. When we return, we'll be reading your messages. Wayo!
Are you in Accra? Are you looking for an experience that will live with you forever? Come with me to Le Shrine, where you see anything you want to see. What do you want to eat, continental or local? Le Shrine has a mini hotel fitted with a swimming pool that is so sexy and will leave you with a sweet experience. Le Shrine has a nightclub, top of the class for VVIP and more. On Mondays, we have karaoke and adult parties. Wednesdays, reggae night. Sundays, special ladies night. We also have live reggae concerts at Le Shrine. Anything you want to see, be here to see it yourself. We are located at La Boma Beach, where the Atlantic Ocean's water serenade Le Shrine. Call us on 0203 5050 or 0204 5050 or 0205 5050 0206 5050. Visit our website at Le Shrine and see more. Le Shrine, anything you want to see, be here to see it yourself.
Go on, Skipper George. Blackpot, Coco Show.
This is the Black Pot, aka Coco Show. Let your messages flow. Send your messages in. Let's see who is saying what, and let's see if we can answer some of them. Let your messages come in. Drop the messages. All right. So Sheriff Ibrahim says, welcome. Thank you so much. Mahmoud Demba says, greetings, Blakk. It seems like you're late today. Yes, we were 30 minutes late. We had some technical, issues here. I mean, in Ghana, so many different issues from Dumso to, so many different things. So Reggie Mawena says, good evening, Black Rasta, welcome. We've been waiting, sir. I apologize for that. Our two French says, greetings, Black Rasta, more strength to you. Courage, commitment, and honor. Blessed love. Musa Jawad says, Black Rasta, forgive me if I'm wrong. The politician is behaving like this because of the citizens. Yeah. Some politicians are behaving, but never allow citizens to make you behave unprofessionally. You must be professional, or else you are a puppet. Anybody can twist you around and you behave out of sync, right? Aflakui Senanu says, Blakk, not only a kingmaker, but also a king of the empire. Oy. Sharif Ibrahim says, versatile Rasta. Francis Ampim says, Black Rasta, good evening to you and your crew. I am enjoying the show live from Qatar. Black Rasta, I pray to meet you one-on-one, and I can't wait for that day. No one is bigger than the truth. Well, I believe that day will come very soon. I'll be eager to meet you too. Bantasi Abdul Latif says, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Black Rasta, I'm watching you from Saudi Arabia, Jeddah. Blakk, today you are late. Yes, I apologize for that. Musa Jawad says, please, the Black Pot program is a big show. Please, let's always try to like the videos to watch at least 1.2K. Did I say more? It's a big show. Please try and share the broadcast, like it, comment, and also recommend it to friends and family. Benjamin Kwanzaa says, this is the Black Pot. Come here. It's about time the youth of this nation forgot about the politicians because they only remember us when it is election time. Fire burn them. Mansuru Yunusa says, hi, Black Rasta. Many people will walk in and out of your life, but only true friends would leave footprints in your heart. Tekiero Muncho, Mansuru, Alicante, Spain. Thank you so much. Tekiero. And of course, Stephen Banda says, Blakk, thank God it's Friday. I am with my family and I am listening to you live. Thanks for the truth that you keep giving us. Thank you so much, Stephen Banda. And then Paul Skimo says, greetings, Black Rasta. I am late today. Ras Osaje Fudwa Bill, Tindandoro, Gomadoro. Yinzor Bill says, Yebo. William Agbedo says, greetings, Black Rasta. I want to ask ECOWAS leaders if their steps taken to restore peace in Niger is the best. Blakk, I salute you, your team, and fellow viewers. Well, thank you so much. I mean, yeah, ECOWAS. Dialogue is the best. They are only doing it so that when the other leaders, greedy leaders, are removed, ECOWAS would also come and put them back. But posterity would judge us so harshly. Benjamin Kwanzaa says, Black Rasta, is very pathetic that a lot of people want to leave the country to seek greener pastures because the system is not working here. And I blame the dirty politicians. Hey, I'm a Ghana. Ras Osaje for Dua built in Dandoro, Gomadoro, Yenzorbil says the rate at which citizens are running outside our homeland Ghana is due to the hardships caused by our thieving politicians. But some of us shall stay and fight for the right things to be done. Yes, some people must sacrifice, and I will be part of that sacrifice too, by the grace of God who strengthens I. Mansuru Yunusa says, even in Spain, you have to queue in the rain or shine before you get your residence permits. You have to queue. You have to be interviewed, asked humiliating questions before they give you that. Emmanuel Ajay says, great job, Prophet, from the UK. Blessed love. Ras Osajifu comes back and says, what an exaggeration, Father. How can out of 10 people you meet 20 of them want to travel outside? Yes, it's an exaggeration. In English literature, it's called hyperbole, right? Hyperbole. It's a way of telling you, it's like I tell you, I'll give you security 25 hours a day and 8 days a week. You see what that means? Daniel Dose Kojo says, this is the authentic Black Port with the Don Dada Black Rasta Blessed Love. And he says, Dada, every single youth of today wants to trot out of the country due to the dirty politician them. I weep, my Lord. Well, it's as sad as it is, but Jah know. Next story. Quick. We have just a few minutes more to go. Reggie Zippy divorced. I didn't really want to look at this. How many of us know Reggie Zippy? He had a very popular song in Ghana before he left for the UK called Virgin. Mema obema bia sorry or say virgin. You know, and so muna mumma emano enya hunto. You will de-virginize them and then come back and say you want virgins. Very positive song, very positive dancehall artist. Right now he does so many different genres, but his strength is around the dancehall and reggae. He's a brother that I respect. I was in the UK a few years back, and he gave me a very good treat. Took me to a restaurant, we ate very well, we caught up with good old times. You know, he and Bolly. In fact, I was overly blown away. I didn't expect that. And this is Bolly. Together they formed Reggie and Bolly. You know, great guy, great guy. I truly love this guy. Hey, I love this guy. These guys gave me a good treat. I remember Bolly drove me all the way from Milton Keynes to London for us to have a dinner and all that. It was so beautiful. We caught up with good old times and all that. I remember when the Parliament of Ghana also invited me, and people were saying so many nasty things. One of the very few people who I wasn't even very close to at the time, Reggie Zippy, wrote on Facebook that he would not be so much in a hurry to chastise Black Rasta or to degrade Black Rasta. And he mentioned some other things which I cannot remember, but I know that it was all positive. My brother, my sister, he went to X Factor with Bolly. They took Ghanaian music there. They made it big. They were even signed by Simon Cowell. Or is it Simon Cowell? They were signed. They became the first Africans to be signed. They put Ghana on the map. They did so well. Whilst he was at the X Factor, a fan hit him up on Instagram. Oh, I like your performances and blah, blah, blah. They started talking. One thing led to the other, and then they started going jiggy. Oh, I want to sleep with you, I want to touch you, I want to do this, I want to do that, and all that. This is the lady, Maria. That's her name. Hey. Now, after some time, Reggie Zippy sat back and realized that, no, what I'm doing is not right. And decided to tell his wife that, listen, there's this woman that I started an improper chat with, flirting. I want you to deal with this woman. And when he stopped talking to the lady, and when she called, he gave the phone to his wife and said, talk to her. And she spoke to the woman. And the woman got angry. She felt like, oh, you've used me. Phone sex and all that. Now, all of a sudden, you have made your wife talk to me to keep me away. After that, he blocked the woman. Maria was off. Out of anger, she went to the media. And the media in the UK is always waiting for information. And this was what came out. Reggie's sex tape shame. It was all over. But his wife stood by him. And when you read the story, Reggie is always putting his family right there on social media, his children. He's the loving father. And the relationship, every time I see the relationship, I'm like, whoa, these people are really enjoying that relationship. Oh, my wife, I love my wife, all over social media. I see that like 10 times every week. For me, everything was okay. When I met him in London, he didn't say anything. So I was truly shocked today. I got to see this only today. And what did I see today? Watch this, Ghana Web. I walked away from your constant cheating, alcohol, and financial abuse. This is Reggie Zippy's wife spilling the beans. My brother, let's read the story quickly. The ex-wife of Reggie Zippy, Edith Ward, has stormed social media with a barrage of accusations following the musician's announcement of their divorce. In Edith's post, she has asked Reggie to desist from projecting her as the villain, adding that he was rather the one who destroyed their union. A fed-up Edith said she filed for the divorce based on infidelity, lies, and alcohol, and the financial abuse among others. She expressed that for the past 2 to 3 years, Reggie had been involved in an extramarital affair with a certain white lady. Edith Ward also stated that Reggie had stopped fulfilling his financial obligations to his family, a situation which compelled her to work around the clock just to make ends meet. In a now deleted Instagram post, she wrote all this. That shit. It hurts me that this relationship had hit the rocks. But if it is for the good, to God be the glory. According to her, Reggie Zippy is now dating a white lady. Could it be the same Maria or something else? Now, what would the UK media say about this? How is Maria going to feel? Is she going to jubilate and say, well, it was because of this woman it all ended? Now, when you read the story, Edith goes on to say, oh, now the celebrity is always right and the woman is blamed. It hurts me that after 15 years of this wonderful union, at least what we saw on Facebook crumbled like this, only 2 years after the death of Reggie Zippy's mother. I don't know what Reggie Zippy's mother would have said at the time that we are in now, that they are divorcing. This is Reggie Zippy and the mother. They are Fantis. Why do I say Fantis? I never knew he was a fan. I love the Fanti language. So when he made a tribute song to his mother and sang in Fanti, I was overwhelmed because I grew up right there in Takoradi after university. You know, this is Reggie Zippy crying his heart out. His wife was with him. His children were with him at the funeral in the church right here in Ghana. That's his son standing by him. That's the wife around there. You know, and boom. Just after about 2 years, another blow has hit Reggie Zippy. When did the drinking start? Did the alcohol abuse start after he lost his mother? We all know that Reggie was so close to his mother. And he cried so many times when his mother passed on. He even shared voice notes with the mother praying for him and all that. Could it have been a result of the mother's death? I've never known him with alcoholism. What is the issue? Wasn't it something they could have dealt with? Because every time I spoke with Reggie, he was with the wife. And they seem to be having a good relationship. I don't want to say what I don't know. But I would like to encourage people, whether you are a celebrity or what or not, please keep your relationships off social media. Recently, I was under pressure to post a few loved ones. The fact that I don't post you on social media doesn't mean that I don't love you. It's business I do on social media. I post my music. I post my, radio show and all that. You don't find me post little children and blah, blah. I don't do that. I don't like it. But pressure, especially from the female side. You are not posting me because you are seeing another woman. You are not posting me because you are not proud of me and all that. Look, one post of your wife or your girlfriend can cost you CD sales and even performances. Women are extremely jealous, with no disrespect. When they see you post another woman, they feel like, well, I will not give this money to you to go and feed my fellow, is something that is in the minds of a lot of women. As much as possible, keep your family away from your business. Keep your family away from social media. A friend of mine, whose name I will not mention, had this pretty girl. And he started posting there every now and then on social media. They were going to be eating big chichinga, photos all over the place. Oh, quickly. Akruma came and took this girl away. A richer guy came and took her away. And he was crying. I said, why are you crying? It's good that she's shown you her character now. If you had married her, something else would have happened. Please, ladies, don't pressure us to post you. Most of the time, we want to just do business. Let's make the money and come home and let's chill in quiet. It doesn't mean we don't love you. We do love you. For Reggie Zippy, take heart. Something inside me tells me this is not the end of the relationship. I prophesy that this relationship will get better. I prophesy that you would find a common ground to come together again and shame the devil. Whoever is orchestrating this, your time is up. It won't be long. Amen. Dash! Next story, and we are done. Now the next story I decided to call, watch it. It says what? It says, Ghana cartoon character economy. Today I saw a lot of cartoons about Ghana, and I decided to share them with you. Number one, look at this. What is happening in Niger? Niger gives us a lot of onions. And what is there? The Prime Minister of Ghana says, with the current situation in Niger, let's blame the economic crisis on the Niger coup. You know, these are people who are always finding excuses for their lackluster behavior. Ukraine war, in fact, this is COVID-19, blah, blah, blah. Now the good thing is Niger war. And look at the other guy about the finance minister. He says, that's all. That's all. That's all. Next one. This is Ghana economy. And watch this. You know the Bank of Ghana is building an edifice that is worth 250 million. And this guy on top there with a big head there says, jealousy go shame. And that is Addison, the boss of the BOG. And then Baumia is educating his boss. He says, with this new edifice, we will win the bid of printing the eco currency. Now there's going to be a new currency in West Africa, hopefully in Africa as well. So if we have a new edifice, they will give us the contract to print the currency here for Africa. And his boss is, Next one. He says, Wawa Pekin. He says, you are marvelous in my eyes. I am seeing growth. And if you see that, it's koshoko. Yeah, there's some growth in front, but the whole body is drained. That's koshoko. Right? And then there's somebody at the back, a trader, who says, you are right. Monkey no fine, but in papa like him. Next one. And this one says, chronology of events. They have printed money in Ghana. The printing machine is even broken. And Nanado is hiding in the corner and says, don't worry, I will clear you. Clearing agent. Next. This is Mahama over the wall. And it says the 30 million pit scam. And Mahama says, oh, that you have spent billions digging a pit. Why not complete the Segleme housing project? He said, I'd rather dig a pit for Reverend Two-Face to manage. And you know who Reverend Two-Face is? Reverend Victor Kusibuatin. Two different identities, two different faces. Next one. BOG. I say, print more. That's the president there in his African attire. He says, I say, print more cash. And then Addison, the boss of the BOG, Bank of Ghana, says, you will break the central bank. And then Baumia is in the corner there. What's he saying? And more for my digitalization energy. See, print more money for my digitalization energy. Moon painting. Now the printer is broken. Next one. Now Baumia is being chased by his own ghosts. No borrowing. We are going to arrest the dollar. Now his pot belly is growing and he can't sleep. Next one. Oh my God. And this is Paul Adumochri. Come here. Paul Adumochri. And the story according to Paul Adumochri by the fireside. He's telling them, Pimpra, Nana, Pimpra, Nana, Pimpra, Nana. You know, this is the guy who clears everybody. He defends every rot in government. I wonder how much they are paying him. I hear the airport people are even fighting him. And, you know, he says, good evening, Ghana. This is why Anansiwa kept $800K family cash at home. Pimpina, nana, see, aya, crow, bongo, bongo two, bongo, bindu, bongo, bongo, bongo. Mame, pape, boom, boom, fire, boom, boom, fire, boom, boom, fire. Next one. This is Madam 1 million cash and 5 million in the bank. And she's saying, oh, I know. My sweetheart will clear me. Yes, I will be exonerated. Hey. Next one. Okay. Betting and lottery winnings. They are milking it dry. Tax production. These people are wicked. Do we have any more? That's it. I want to say thank you so much for coming. We do appreciate you. We have a few more comments we have to look at before we go. We never take you for granted. Your time is so appreciated. We love you and we appreciate you. Bring the comments. Fitz Daniel Doe says what? He says, even our farmers are ready to leave this blood-clad country. And Duke Jerry says, Wayo. Sharif Ibrahim says, your director needs to double up. He's slow today. Well, Ajete Sowa, you are slow today. What's happening? You're still having technical issues. You know, we had technical issues right from the start, and it's still affecting us. Technical issues. Forgive us. Nu Muhammad Abdallah says, I never knew the price of a piece of land some years back, but I know when done with the knees, I will come back. I urge them all to evaporate, Blakk. Well, Aflakui Senanu says, Kai Blakk, you know book too much. Well, blessed love. Petrina Otu says, greetings, Blakk Rasta, from we all here in the United States. Blessed love. United States. Love, love, love. Blessed. Fitz Daniel Dos Kojo says, Dada, Blakk Rasta, have you noticed that crops are no longer growing well in Ghana? It's because of bad governance. Wow. It's possible. Planting for food and jobs. Fitz Daniel Dos says, positive quote of the day. Blessed. And Kwabna Sechijan says, nurses live in Ghana, watching live from the UK. This is Kobe Farai. Respect Kobe Farai, a.k.a. Kwabna Sechijan. We love you. We appreciate you. Fitz Daniel Dos says, this World Bank thing, they like animal way I no see them before. All right. Reno says, come here, dash. More love, brother. Love and respect every time. Vincent Ayore Apuko. The truth is always bitter. Human beings prefer lies to the truth. Blakk, keep on speaking the truth. Sharif Ibrahim says, you are the teacher, director, editor. Thanks for correcting every word I put out. Okay. Blessed love. Okay, I know what he's talking about. He's talking about some of the tweets, some of the messages that come in, and I auto-correct the grammar and all that. It clicks. It just clicks. Before I see it, I click. Click. Blessed love. Fitz Daniel Doe says, who born this Pekin? It says IMF, ECOWAS, World Bank. AU. Oh, no. Well, that is what it is. We want to say thank you. We want to say we appreciate you. We want to say we love you. It's been the Blakk Pot. We apologize again. We started late today. You know we normally don't do that. We have technical issues, serious technical issues. I don't know if they are throwing some missiles under our machines here. But we are hoping to relocate to a bigger place so that we'll be able to hide properly and deal with issues. It's been the Blakk Pot. We love you. Hey! Wayo!
Come on!